Good evening and welcome back everybody to our purple sector tier on Monday here on ERL with race 8 tonight at the circuit of Imola. Hello Panda. Welcome. And we see a Haas out first, followed by a McLaren and an Alpine. We're with 18 drivers today. Unfortunately, there were two reserves who couldn't join in. They were having trouble entering the lobby, so unfortunate for them. One of them was Get Boosted, one of the mainly the fastest GT driver at the moment. We also have Lucky and Harsh in here, so I was looking forward to see Boosted race in F1 instead of a GT car, but unfortunately he couldn't make it through due connection problems. We see everybody going out on track now. Let's get the information on screen. And we're following White Junior Elliott. He's first out on track, and he's followed by Neil. I can see now. Let's hop on board for the first flying lap of tonight. Yeah, I know, but yeah, do we know Boosted is as fast in F1 as he is in GT? Because that's a really different game. Handling is completely different from each other, so a bit wide through there. We see Boosted joining now in the, I think, Elliott. Ooh, Strikey. That's a qualifying ban, of course. Strikey. Yeah, in a Monday it will be, if he's 50% of the GT. So Neil's battery is already completely drained. Used it up right at the start of the lap, I think so. So another Iron Kid leaving, but that's because he's also having a Q ban. We're now going to the tight chicane, where it's really annoying with the tire smoke in the race. If you're following each other closely, it's just the tire smoke is just in the way of the side of the whole corner. So I had a lot of difficulties there on Wednesday in the cooking tier. Neil going with the 1:16.0. It should go a lot faster tonight. We should go onto the high 14s maybe, I predict, for Paul. More times coming in now. Charlie still on his out lap, just out of the pits. Then we're having in the last quarter a Mercedes, JR Morgan also an out lap. Then it's FCT also an out lap. Tom also just starting his lap. Lucky is the second one to set the time. Top car vlogger jumps to second. Hashnagel. That's a lot of grass, yeah. That was a bit too wide of Tom here. FCT, the surprising winner of Silverstone 2 races ago. I think we had 2 surprising winners in the last 2 races. Of course, last week we have Lucky Egg winning Japan. Oh, that's too wide and invalidated. Maybe lifted, but that lap is down the drain. We see Charlie now starting his lap. Usually one of the fast drivers, so let's pick him up. And then in the meantime, we're just gonna see the times popping up on the left of our screen. Pretty neat through the first sector. Really throwing it in here, just keeping it on the grey stuff. And there you have it, Mansard Bob with the 1:15.0 on Purple now. Oh, it's gonna go wide. Yeah, he needs to tap the brakes even more. That's gonna compromise his exit and the speed down this section. So he knows he has a lot of room to improve his next lap. Let's see where he comes out. See Gavin Pointer now in second with the 15.6. He's really improving over the last few weeks. Ooh, that was just on the white line, I think, so his lap should still count. And he's going at the line in 1:16.3, so that's 5th place at the moment. A lot of room for improvement so far. Then who's on a lap? Maybe FTT now in the final sector. A bit deep there. Yeah, he's going for it, and he's going for just the 1:17.7, so improves, but not his position. Maybe it was better to go in the pits right away. Then we have J.R. Morgan, his teammate, in the last sector, last two corners. So important to get a good exit here. Improves, but also not. Really looks like he maybe has a Senna helmet here, yellow with a bit of green, a tribute helmet. Looks like a Senna helmet. That's cool to see. J.R. Morgan, of course, Imola, the track where Senna had a big crash and sadly passed away after in 1994. So it's 30 years ago, but yeah, still one of the legends, of course, of the sport. We have LLCC on track. Ooh, Charlie Harris left the session. Does that mean he crashed out? Or is that a connection issue? We now see Apeldoorn also on his out lap, so we can pick him up after LLCC finishes his lap. So looking pretty okay for him so far. Oh, I think that's invalidated, yeah. He backs out, Apeldoorn right behind him. Needs to start a lap. Elliott is on a lap again. Let's see his final corner. That's a bit over the sausage curves and hurting his exit. He's going to a 1:16.9, so in 9th position for now. Then Apeldoorn starting now his lap, but he's not going fast, so he's doing another out lap, I think. Don't know exactly why, but okay. LLCC passed him again, going for it again. Aschnagel is going in for a second try. We of course don't know what the weather predictions for the race is. If there is going to be rain or not. Maybe some of the guys, looks like some of the guys are saving a set of softs, and he's going wide again. So that's invalidated again. Top car Flogger is out again. Here he is. Just picked him up, and he's improving. He's got up to 3rd. Lucky also again in the first sector. Looked a bit wide there. Wow, that was again just on or over the line. We still see Boosted trying to join in. Usually that is not allowed, but hopefully the lobby won't glitch with that. Neil again on a flying lap. Apeldoorn in the pits. I think that's why. I think he has a Q ban as well. Maybe he declined today, but then in the end he could race because his work shift was called off. Lucky improves, but invalidated somewhere because it doesn't count. Otherwise he would have stayed in the same spot. Brian, we see just over the finish, going to third, 1:15.8. That's a good position for Alpine to be in, second and third at the moment. Also, two names you won't see at the top spots so often. Neil now improves, going just in front of Brian. But we see quite some involvement the last few weeks with more guys who usually are in the midfield magically showing up at the front. And that's always really cool to see. For example, when FCT won 2 weeks ago, Lucky, who had a very good strategy call last week with the safety car, only one to go onto the mediums whilst the rest was going too hard, and therefore taking a lead what was just enough to hold on to the victory. Let's see who's on an outlap. It's White Elliott and Lange right behind each other. All the rest in the pits or on the way to the pits. And now, look at this. We have Boosted on track. He made it. He's now on his outlap. So let's welcome him into the F1 side of the league. Let's pick up Den. He's on the last stages. He's on a flyer, so let's see what he can do. And he's going for second place at the moment. Good effort by him. Only 3/10 behind Mansell Bob. Who, yeah, of course, leads the championship. I don't know even. I didn't look at the standings after last week yet. Let's do that in between of the qualifying and the race. If he's still in the lead, I think he is with how it ended up last week. He finished one position in front of Neil, I can't remember. Apeldoorn hasn't a Q band. He's on a flyer now this time. Or is just practicing and going into the pits. Oh, that could be a invalidation. I don't know, yeah, I think so, because his battery is going to none. I thought I saw him cutting the second chicane. Now we have Boosted on his first flying lap. Of course, he's, as you can see in his name, in VR. Just inside the white lines, not invalidating there. It looks pretty fast so far. Needed to back out a little bit on the exits. That's gonna compromise. Just speed up this last section. Battery already low, using a lot in the beginning. Last corner, throwing it through there. Ooh, on the power rear, stepping out. Holds on and goes to a 16-0. So 7th place for now, just in front of his teammate Lange. Then Lange is driving slowly. Elliott around the last corner. Again, a bit too much on the front. on the inside, sorry. He's going in. We having then on a flying lap. Gavin Poynton is out there. A bit deep, but it's still okay. Pressing the overtake. Down this back, straight up the hill. Bit on the grass, that's gonna hurt his entry. And he's just 300s up on his own time, so he needs a stellar last sector. He took the risk, but that's an invalidation. And Man's Not Bob going to a 14.7, so there you have it. Predicted it a 14 high, in the 14s for pole. I think that's it. Gavin, he has time to do a cool down lap, a recharge lap, and then go again. He's going again right away. Maybe he doesn't have the. Of course, no. Now the battery is off. Oh, that's on the grass. He needed to move out of the way, maybe for the car behind. It's really busy into turn 1, turn 2. You can see on the minimap. There's a bit of I'm seeing now a kick Sauber around the last corners, but he's on out lap, so it's not necessary to pick him up. We have an Aston and that's Man's Not Bob, so he's probably going in, or they're going again now. Oh, he's going in. FCT across the line. He needs to improve a lot, but he does by 2/10. But I think he stays up on the same position there. So difficult for him today. Apeldoorn still no time, and I think that's another invalidation. Yeah, there you have it. So he's out. He's in 19th. Ouchie wouchie, that's not good for our reigning champion. Of course, he missed a lot of races already this year, so he's not really in contention for this year's title. But still, I think he would have liked to be up there. Then now in his last flying lap, he's the last on track, so I see his teammates up car going around the last section. Let's pick him up first, then later get back to Dan. Wow, that's a lot of risk. I think that's an invalidation just over the line there, but maybe I'm wrong. He's improving, but yeah, indeed an invalidation. His time not. Lucky's going in. Then we have Mercedes also going in. Let's pick up Dan and see what the rest does. And that means Gavin Poynton is in 3rd place today. That's awesome for him. Really cool performance. One of the guys who's improving a lot over the last few weeks, going from almost last on the back every time, or last on the grid every time. Then improves by 3/10, but it's not enough to beat Man's Not Bob for pole today. And there you have it. That's all. We see Lucky down in 12th, but yeah, of course he started in 15th last week and then won, so that's a cool trick he wants to repeat. Ooh, Man's Not Bob is out. Why is that? Are we gonna restart the lobby? I think so. Yeah, we have a restart of the lobby, so we're going back. Then we're gonna set the order. I think it's because of Booster joining mid-session. They won't take any risks. Let's go then through the order. Man's Not Bob, Dan, Kevin Poynton, Neil, Brian, Top Car Flogger boosted in 7th. Lange in 8th, White Elliott, Charlie Harris only 10 today, J. Morgan 11th, Lucky 12th, Lucky and Hash, of course they are together again. Tom, LLCC, FCT, Iron Kid, Strikey and Apeldoorn at the back of the grid. So we will now return. Let's get back up to the main menu and wait for the new invite. And we can go over the championship standings in the meantime. Good to know for myself as well. Here we have it, the purple sector tier standings. There we have the new invite. Let's get in there. And be a spectator. And wait for everybody to join in again. Here we go, the standings after Japan. Indeed, Mans, not Bob, in 1st. And whoa, we see Dandan in Neil tied on points, but Dandan in 2nd because he has more podiums. He has 2 podiums over Neil. Ralphie still in 4th, unfortunately not here today, but I think that has everything to do with his mother passing away last week. So he will be going through a rough time, and therefore not here today. Charlie is in 5th, but already 80 points behind Mans Not Bob. So I think the title race is down to Mans Not Bob, Dandan and Neil, with Ralphie not competing today, and Charlie in 10th. On the start grid, FCT in 6th, Lucky Egg is 7th. Both winners of last races. Really cool to see them win. Apeldoorn is still in 8th. Top Car Flogger in 9th, Tom in 10th, J.M. Morgan in 11th, Hasnagel in 12th, Stewart surprisingly in 13th. Really rough season for him. He was up there last season, the teammate of Apeldoorn, but it's not going his way this season with a lot of crashes and damages outside of his own doing. A real bad luck for him. Then we have Lange, Brian after him in 15th, White Elliott in 16th, missed a lot of races. Top House Vlogger isn't with us anymore. That's Iron Kid now. Kevin Poynton and Mufasa and LLCC. So there you have it. Kevin Poynton in 18th in the standings, but he's now in 3rd. So that would be awesome to see him score a podium today. Who would have thought that? And we have the constructors. We have Aston Martin, Maserati and Ralphie in 1st, McLaren, New and Charlie in 2nd, Sauber, then in Top Car Vlogger, and then Mercedes with FCT and J. Morgan, then Ferrari with Tom and Hash, Williams with Lucky and LLCC, Red Bull of Mufasa and Apeldoorn in 7th, Haas in 8th, with now Iron Kid and White Elliott. The Visa Cash App RBs are in 9th. So should be cool to see boosted score some points for them today. And Alpine in last with Brian and Gavin, but they are up there in the starting grid today, so they should be able to get some points as well. Then we have some predictions, of course, from our grid for today. And I saw there they are. Is there anyone who predicted an unexpected performance of Gavin? Because a third on the starting grid is really unexpected so far. I'm not seeing anyone mentioning him. Lucky Egg is saying a Benson Bob on pole and then unexpected double front wing damage for him. And then Charlie for the win. That's going to be difficult from 10th, but yeah, it's of course possible. I saw somebody pop up on my screen. Evening, lads. Good evening, welcome. We're back in the lobby because there was a mid-joining of the session, so we need for the certainty a new lobby, so it won't glitch out, just to be safe and not have to restart mid-race. I see Manselbaum predicting Hashnego and Lucky getting killed in turn 1, lap 1. And I'm not gonna say out loud what he's riding under there. But yeah, they are together on the starting grid, so you don't know. Maybe they take each other out this time, but I know they are in a party together, so they should be talking to each other and avoiding. We have Ash saying Menzelbob and then Boosted in second. Yeah, of course we know he's a fast driver in GT, but can he repeat the same in F1? We're going to see him starting 7th. I think everybody is in, 19 drivers. Mufasa also a podium for Boosted. And Menselbob and Win of New. Win of New saying Dan is gonna win. No, he's in second, so maybe. Charlie also saying Dan is gonna win. So some of the guys saying Dan, some are saying Menselbob for the win. And I see one Charlie Harris in there. And one Win of New. So pretty even. 2 Win of New, so everybody's predicting Bob, New, or Charlie to win. So I think we're waiting for the grid to get set. Oh, I see already some green ready buttons. Panda now saying Boosted is going to win. I think that would be bad for everybody's morale if Boosted is also winning the first F1 race here. He was a second down on Manson or Bob, so he needs to find some rhythm in the race then. But yeah, like I said, it's so different racing these F1 cars instead of the GT cars in the weekend at the Gran Turismo game, because this is hey Ralphie, good to have you here, mate. Apeldoorn's gonna fly from the back. Yeah, he invalidated every lap he did, so he needs to start at the back and push through the field. But that's a really hard task here in Imola, because it's such a small circuit, and there really is one point you overtake, and that's down the long straight. Maybe you can try something in the chicane, but it's really tight there, so you need a really good exit out of the corner before maybe put on the overtake and just dive down the inside of chicane. But yeah, then you have also the risk of invalidating or compromising your exit line and get taken back. I see dry weather, really sunny, so no rain. That's maybe fortunate for the guys on track. And you of course have the risk of an early safety car, and we saw it on Wednesday I was the only one together with you at finish. We had the safety car in lap 3. Nobody went in except for us. And I could finish the race on those hard tires, so it's easy. It was there were only 30% of wear on them, so it's an easy call to make when there's an early safety car. Go for the hards. I'm telling you guys now. If somebody's listening in while they're racing, free tip for me: do it. And you can always switch back to other set of mediums when there's another safety car, and then you have a tire deficit. Ashnegel say pray for me. Now let's see. Lights are out and here we go. Mansard Bob getting away good from the line. Gavin Poynton has a really bad start, and there's he sees his podium go up to dust for now. Mansard Bob is safe. Let's get a bit back to the back. Boosted going through. Everybody's leaving room for each other. Oh, and Boosted gets shunted off by an Alpine of Brian. And White Elliott already up to 5th position. Oh, that I think Boosted's heart rate was a bit higher there. Oh, a lot of cars in the background. I'm not following the leaders because I see they are not close enough. We see Lucky close here, and a few cars in the pack here. Charlie Harris back down to 13 from, and Boosted goes in front of Lange there. Well, a bit deep of JR Morgan, but Charlie was too close on him and he needed to back out mid corner. Let's get back up to the front now. Mansard Bob on the first straight. The field settling down a bit. Of course here Lange and Boosted are closer together. Boosted overtaken by 2 cars on this straight, not using the battery, and the other guys have, so he's just saving up. I know he's a really smart driver also. Not only he's fast, but he's able to save fuel or do other stuff that most of the guys aren't even thinking about. So Mansard Bob now in the lead over Denden. Neil in 3rd now. Got a few positions at the start. Here you have it. Top car also up 2 positions. White Elliott 4 positions up in 5th already, and he's on the hard tire, so he's got another strategy going for him. Oh, Brian cutting a corner really, and I see 2 more cars going wide there. Gavin Poynton. Boosted now going past him. Lucky in 10th, 2 places up already. Tommy in 11th, 3 places up already. Let's pick up Denden. He's in the DRS. Here, is he gonna make it around the outside? Oh, no, he's allowing Mansard Bob to slot back in front, and we see top car flog around the outside of Neil, and he takes 3rd place off of him. Brave stuff there. Jerry Morgan already picking up a penalty as well, and Brian is now in front of White Elliott. A lot of cars. Gavin Poynton on the inside of Lange. And now Boosted all over his back. And we see you guys already picking up some penalties here. Here you have the tires. Only a few hard riders. Strikey in 12th. Of course, one of the Wednesday guys who's really fast. He got the 2nd place in the Wednesday tier. So let's pick up Denden again and look at his 2nd chance of an overtake. And this time he's in front. Yep, made it. And I think we're gonna see a lot of switching around on the straight. And then we see White Elliott back in front of the train. Oh, Gavin Point and they're diving to the inside of Lange. Oh, that's Lange on the gravel. And then pushing Boosted White. Is this going? Oh, and Boosted getting hit by Strikey there. Boosted in the middle of the pack. Getting difficult, and you can see he's not using his battery up to this point, and all the guys around him are doing that. And it's pretty annoying, but yeah. But Mans, White Elliott going wide after the chicane. And we have yellows. There's somebody off. It's Strikey. Oh no. Strikey in the chicane. And then pull the gap of over a second on Mansell Bob. So that means he's clear of DRS. Mansell Bob getting 2/10 down more on him. Top car just in front of Neil, White Elliott, and there you have the train. Lucky already up in 6th position now. He slithered to the field again, up from 12th. Oh, and they're picking up a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Oh, of course it wasn't cutting, it was going wide, but it is a track limit. Yeah, and the guys, it was obvious there's a bit of like a glitch in this track with the track limits. Then sometimes when you're even not completely over it, it still gives you a warning, and it's easier to pick up the track limit penalty. But that was definitely the track limit, because all 4 wheels were on the inside of the white line there. Mansell Bob now back in DRS. Rear wing opened. 8/10s, he needs to gain 9/10s, but he's using none of his battery, so he's recharging. Just staying in range of then following. Neil coming short again. Apeldoorn now making a move on Charlie. Ooh, they hit each other. Apeldoorn cuts the corner again. Come on. The camera angle just disappeared on us there. And I see now Boosted all the way back down in 18. So yeah, the moment as well. In the middle of the pack. Yeah, and that's something different. It's easy when you start up front and you get a clear gap and you can just drive your own race, but when you're in the middle of all these cars with guys left and right everywhere, is this gonna fit through there too wide? Oh, hitting each other on the wheels. Oh. And then Lange not realizing that Charlie is gonna try and take the position as well. Yeah, he does. Charlie also takes the position out of Lange. Mansell Bob now closing up again. Neil taking the position of top car Vlogger in 3rd. Lucky now even up to 5th place. He's flying again. And the gaps now slowly starting to form everywhere. Iron Kid picking up a position of Tom, but oh, I think that's because Tom is in the gravel. Oh, outdone, overshoot it. Difficult corner there. Now, then in front of Mansell Bob. Pulling quite a slight gap again. Yeah, in this stage of the race, it's okay for Mansell Bob just to follow him. He just has to make sure he's not losing the DRS. Apeldoorn and Brian fighting it out. Neil, really bad exit, so top car Flogger is already in front, even before the DRS zone activated. And then Lucky, wow, flying past Neil and up to 4th place. So maybe we see Lucky driving with the lower wing settings. Then in a hot lap, in the qualifying, you'll be a bit slower because of the less downforce, but in the race on the straight, it's a massive advantage. And if you are able to follow the other cars through this section. Oh, and we have Tom again off in turn 1-2. I was saying, if he is able to follow the other cars around the track, and then he is having a much of a speed advantage on the straight, and I think that's why he's cutting through the field at this point. Boosted picking up a track limit penalty. We see a lot of track penalties so far already. Let's see, Lucky, overtake button on, DRS open. Oh, and that's a really late defensive move by top car Flogger, what's causing Lucky to have a massive moment. He got into the wall, but I think he's quite lucky there. Lucky is quite lucky, because I see no wing damage. I see his tire still on his car. I don't know if he got side pod damage or not, but it looks okay for now. But that was maybe a really late move from top car Flogger. White Elliott making the move on Neil in the back. Good exit out of the hairpin, and slots in front of Neil. Neil falling down the order. Dan and Bob still following each other by 8 tenths. I'm keeping a close eye on the deltas there, so if I think Bob's close enough, I'm going to switch to them, but if not, I'm going to follow these guys, because they are racing a lot harder. Lucky, yeah, playing smart here. He could go for an overtake, but he didn't, because he knows I need to do it here. With the DRS on the straight, Apeldoorn already catching up the back of this train in the background there, going in front of Gavin Poynton up to 8. And Lucky slots in front of top car Flogger this time. No late move for defense. Boosted, already back up to 14th now. From 18th he was down to. Lucky in front of the train. They're already 10 seconds behind the leaders here. So I think the battle for win is going to Dan and Mansnot Bob. But of course, you never know with the safety car. It's a really difficult track. It's easy to lose your car on the curbs somewhere, or just spinning out on throttle. And a really big train here, with both McLarens in there, as well as Apeldoorn back on the tail. And then still having a good gap over Mansnot Bob. So let's see. Lucky, really smart with his battery, charged him up all lap using none, and now going for it in the overtake mode. But yeah, it's so hard to break free of this DRS. And he just holds on. Really smart driving by Lucky here. And White Elliott on the rear of top car. Lucky needs to get a bit lucky again, with White Elliott maybe moving on top car. So Apeldoorn catching both McLarens in one straight. Just got up to the end of it, but he overtakes both McLarens and is now already up in 6th position. He's going really hard. Let's see the penalties up there. 3 seconds for the top runners. Hesha already has 9 seconds in LLCC and 6 seconds in the low regions there. Boosted already up in 12 now. Oh, White Elliott tapping the rear of top car. That maybe allows Lucky to get a bit of a gap. Especially when White Elliott is putting the pressure on top car here. Lucky doesn't have as much of battery as he had last time around, so it's not going to be enough this time, I think. Two McLarens next to each other. No, they are slotting in behind, playing the team game here. And then now clear of Menzel Bob in the DRS. So he's managed to pull a bit of a gap there, and now he needs to take advantage of it. Oh, Lucky White there, top car on his inside. Is he gonna go for it here? No, he's slotting back in, and Apeldoorn caught White Junior Elliott, so he's already up in 5th now. From 19th, or maybe 17th, down up to 5th. And we see Strikey already in 9th, catching up to, there you have him in the background, after his spin. In the early stages, all the way up in the back of the field, and now already in 9th, so he's flying. Apeldoorn, is he going for it here? Yeah, he does. Oh, but he can make it stick. And the first pit of today is top car vlogger. He's in, allowing Lucky a bit of a breather on Apeldoorn this time around. And we see Charlie. Oh, boosted, speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, boosted. That's already also a factor in F1. In Gran Turismo. Oh, White Elliott slides out. Ooh, nice work from him to catch it. Even in the gravel. Pretty cool slide. But yeah, of course not helping his race. I was saying, boosted is used to GT racing, and then you can just fly into the pits and the game just pick you up. But of course here in F1 you have to do everything manually, so you have to brake on time yourself, put on the pit limiter on time yourself, and if you speed in the pit lane you get a 10-second penalty. So there you have it on screen, boosted 13-second penalty so far. He can do another pit stop to get rid of it, but yeah, that's only working when like there's a safety car or something. Apeldoorn. We see Menzel Bob in the pits now, trying the undercut on Dan. Apeldoorn overtaking Lucky. Boosted again with a 3-second penalty. A lot happening around now. Charlie right on the back of Lucky. I think Newell's in as well. So it'll be fun to watch how this plays out, if Menzel Bob undercut will work. Let's see if Dan will move to the pits this lap. I think he needs to. He needs to react to the undercut of Menzel Bob, because maybe you can hold one lap, but if there's another lap, you're definitely losing the position. And there you have it, braking on time before the pit lane. Pit limiter sign. Is Apeldoorn going in as well? No, he's on the hard tire, so he's going to go long. We see Lucky going in there, Charlie continuing, Strikey continuing. Where is Menzel Bob? Now out of the final corner. Where's Dan? Almost at the exit of the pit lane. It's going to be close. And I think Menzel Bob will go... No, Dan keeps the lead. Whew, but Menzel Bob is on his tail again. Dan just broke clear of the DRS, and now Menzel Bob Mason Bob's tires are, of course, warmed up already, and Den's need to warm up. So maybe he can make a move on track here. Ouch! Mason Bob going wide there, picking up a penalty. And now it's an easy game for Den. Keep it between the white lines. Let him go in front. Lucky again. Oh, and we see Iron Kid off. On the exit of turn 3. Den also picks up a 3-second penalty, so that means we are racing again. In a couple of corners time, both leaders picking up time penalties. Now maybe Strikey. Oh, Lucky! That's really fast. This is in 1 lap time he picked up like, in 2 laps time he picked up like 2 penalties. So that's like 6 track limits in a short amount. Mason Bob slotting in front of Den here. Making the move, not waiting this time. In the top 3 still. Oh, we have another yellow. It's again Haas. It's White Elliott again in the same corner. Now he has dirty tires. He needs to be careful. Otherwise he will go off again. And Den and Mason Bob already in front of him. Now. And White Elliott. Oh, that's what I mean. Your tires are overheated. Your tires are dirty. So you need to be cautious. Lange picking up another 3-second penalty. Apeldoorn again, and again we see now a Ferrari off, the Ferrari of Hush. In the gravel. We see dirty tires leaving a bit of a gravel mark on the track. 2 Ferraris in 16th and 17th. On home soil, not what we want to see, of course. Brian with another 3 seconds, already up to 12-second penalty. Boosted already up to 19 seconds. We're halfway through the race. So, yeah. Even halfway already, so much penalties. Maybe we're gonna see some disqualifications because of too many penalties. Charlie and Strikey. Strikey even with his spin, what I wanted to say, out of the chicane, and there he almost went again. And we see now men's not Bob. And let's pick up here. We see again a car in the same section spinning out. Men's not Bob 10 seconds and then so there's a really long pit window here. Strikey in front of Charlie now. I think they will take a lead of about 15 seconds over the rest at this point. But yeah, how much longer are the hard guys going? Top car vlogger making a move on FCT here. LCC another 3-second penalty. Up to 12 seconds now. Then still following Mansell Bob really close. Of course, Mansell Bob and then the net lead together. Because the top 3 hasn't stopped yet. They started. Whoops, sorry. They started on the hard tires. So they need to switch those out still. And if they are lucky, there's gonna be a safety car really fast and they can do it for free. Apeldoorn now in with the back marker of Gavin Poynton. Such a shame to see him in 19th after a third place on the start grid, and yellows again. A Mercedes now in the gravel trap at the end of turn. I think it's 6-7 or 5-6. 1, 2, 3 now 4-5. Manson Bob picking up. A 6-second penalty now, so that's Den again. Oh, and Den even slotted back in front of him. I missed that, sorry. An overtake for the net lead, because Charlie, Harris and Strikey both have to pit again. Mercedes moving out of the way with the blue flag there. Even when you're ghosted, good stuff. That's what we want to see. Do we see Strikey in this time? Wow, big slide. No, still going for a lap. Charlie still going. I think they're playing for a safety car here. Then we have Den and Man's Not Bob again. Den not defending with the battery. He knows he's got the advantage with the penalty of Man's Not Bob being 3 seconds over his own, so he can play smart here. Apeldoorn and Top Car Vlogger battling it out. So no, I said it would be 15 seconds, but it's already up to 17 seconds after the pit stop, so they should be safe up front. New now in 8th, Lucky in 7th. Top Car with the early pit stop, undercut all of them, and we have a Haas again off. This time it's Iron Kid again. Exit of turn 3. No forgiveness at this track when you touch the grass or a wheel on the sausage curb, or even maybe on the normal curbs. It destabilizes your car so fast. Now we see Strikey in. He's gonna go for a stint of 12 laps. That means only Charlie at the front hasn't stopped yet. And Den and Manson Bob, they are already almost on the back of him. Lucky goes just in front of Apeldoorn, but yeah, of course now Apeldoorn has a big advantage with his tires. Softer compound and younger tires, so he's gonna be past him in no time. Of course, I mean it's Strikey, not Apeldoorn. Apeldoorn already pitted. Boosted again with the 3-second penalty. Is penalty now up to 22 seconds. It's gonna hurt him a lot in the... But yeah, of course, we see Strikey and Neil still without a track limit penalty. So that's gonna be interesting. They need to get within the 6 seconds of the guys in front of them. And the 3 seconds, of course, of Den. So they didn't need an overtake, they need to get as close as they can. Manson Bob overtaking Den again. He needs to get away from him. He needs to break the DRS and then get away. 3 seconds. The yellow is of the Mercedes. Oh, going off there. Of I think it's J.R. Morgan again, doing what he needs to do, getting out of the way of the leaders with the blue flags. Apeldoorn already got up 6 tenths, 7 tenths. Strikey making a move on Lucky, and Lucky picking up a penalty because of it. So Lucky was able to defend on the straight, but now he lost out into the hairpin. But yeah, I think Strikey maybe misjudged it, because if Lucky can keep within DRS range, he will be able to take all of this back. We see Strikey playing with his ERS mode, putting it to none, and now back on hot lap. And I think he made the gap enough. Good last sector of him pulling the gap. And Charlie pitted. Now going out of the pits in 7th. Also still no track limit, so he should inherit the places of Lucky in top car, but he's not that far behind with a big tire deficit now, so he's gonna be able to make the moves on them. Then in front again, they switched around again. Almost every lap the leaders switch around. It's all playing in the hands of Den, because his penalty is 3 seconds less than Manson Bob, and he just needs to keep him close. Doesn't matter if he's in front or not. Apeldoorn not really making moves on these guys. Of course, Manson Bob again overtaking for the lead. Apeldoorn 16 seconds away. It was 17, so he only made up a second. And I think the DRS game of Den and Bob is helping them a lot in the gap. When these guys Strikey, he will catch Apeldoorn within a few laps, I suppose. And then Lucky, and we have another yellow flag, and I think it's again Gavin Poynton in the gravel there at the end of turn 3. Such a shame, with a strong qualifying today, to see him in last place. And no, let's see if Den is again doing an old switcheroo for the lead. And there he goes around the outside, and Manson Bob slotting in behind, and overtake done. Always looking up the inside. There is gonna do something different. No, just a little look. But that's really nice for the both of them to get the count up in their overtakes of the season, because yeah, if you overtake each other every lap, even when you are in first, you get like 16 overtakes at how this is playing out. Again, the yellow at the end of the chicane. Oh, the leaders are coming there. Let's just watch them and see who it is. It's a slow Ferrari in front of them, or just left. Should be Tom. And again a car off. Again Gavin Poynton at the end of turn 3. Good to see him still continuing. Boosted again with the 3-second penalty, getting him up to 25 seconds. And that's again another. And we see another switch around for the lead. Of course, again, with the GT, you can go all the way up the curb and still get no track limit. It's different on F1. It's the white line, no forgiveness, just a millimeter over it, and bam, you got a warning. And with 3 warnings, bam, you got a penalty. Again, Gavin Poynton, yellows. I think the leaders are going to get up to him now. But when you get spun and you have no assists on, he is driving without traction control and stuff like that. Yeah, your tires just overheat, and it's so difficult. to continue in a good way. Top car Vlogger with another 3 seconds. That's helping Charlie and Neil. Neil needs to pick it up a bit then, because he's just over 6 seconds behind top car. And Gavin off again in the background. Did he hit the wall? He's still continuing, so that's not causing a safety car so far. Oh, and now Strikey gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, and Aschnagel is out. And that is a safety car, so owie, that's gonna hurt everybody with the penalties, and this is gonna be a really good news for Charlie and Neil. And Apeldoorn speeds in the pit lane, ouch. And they are all able to go in, but I think they're still driving on Deltas, so Mansell Bob and Dan should be also able to go in. Let's see what the tires will be. Yep, there you have it. Strike Apeldoorn. Oh, boosted again, the 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he's gonna serve a 10-second, but then has another 10-second. So he needs to serve both, because your race is over with the penalties. Difficult. Let's see if he maybe can get Ash up in here for the latter stages. Track limit glitch is a joke, yeah, Ash, I know, you see it with everybody. Yep, we see everybody in for the softs. Hey, good Ash. Welcome.
Hello.
I think I saw you DNFing, so maybe for the last few laps, jump in the commentary box with me.
Yeah, sure. How do I get back to the stream?
You left...
Yeah, I didn't know you was gonna send me
No,
an
of
invite.
course, no. Maybe you can just join in again, I don't know. Maybe I can send you...
Maybe,
Or just watch the stream. Or I can put on my share screen.
I watched the stream, mate.
I've put on share screen for you.
Yeah, but you got PS5. That doesn't work, it's right at
okay.
No,
That's
I'll drop the stream.
alright. Mansell Bob in the lead for Dan, all on softs of course. Strikey back on the pair of them. It's playing really nice into his hands, because he's a fast driver from the Wednesday tier of course. Lucky up in 4th, but yeah, he has got a big penalty on his... Oh, he is also having a drive-through penalty, I missed that. So he should... Lucky has a drive-through penalty, it says. I think he speeded on his Delta.
Yeah.
That's a real shame, because you're not gonna make it up. And he also had 12 seconds of track limits already.
Yeah, what the track limits here, mate, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Track and you get them. Look at everybody's penalties.
Yeah, it's real bad. Except for the both McLarens, they are having a really good day out of this. If they can...
Tom never gets track limits, I feel like.
Maybe he's got cheat codes. We need to investigate his console.
Just like Smiley on GT.
Yeah. Yeah, but on GT you can play around with the track limits, I think. I'm just learning that now also. But yeah, we see...
Look, now we're coming where I crashed. I'm gonna tell you what happened, yeah?
Yeah.
So, coming up here to the chicane, I had a little miscalculation with the steering in. Touched the grass here and here the car started sliding. Yeah. Tried to spin it around with the throttle to avoid going into the wall with the front, but it didn't work.
Nope, it's unforgivable here with such a high speed into turn 1. through turn 1 and 2. When you hit it wrong, it's you're dead.
Yeah, it's game over.
Game over. Oh, Strikey a bit wide there. There are back markers between Dan, Mansard Bob, and Strikey.
Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there are 3 back markers in between, so that's bad news for Strikey, good news for the top 2. Maybe a bit of justice because they had such a big lead. But yeah, Strikey has to wait until the line. I don't see this. They're gonna go another lap behind the safety car because the back markers are still a long way behind. But yeah, interesting. It's gonna be a 3-lap sprint race.
It's gonna be chaos. With the back markets in the
Yeah,
back.
that's another future feature I hope will get sorted someday by the F1 game. You should say it. Ouch, Tom gets a 10-second penalty speeding in the pit lane behind the safety car.
Oh, we jinxed him!
No.
Oh no, I jinxed my teammate.
I think he's banging his head on the steering wheel now. Oh, we saw somebody going through the gravel, or I think behind the safety car. White Elliott. He left the session.
What?
Oh, his car is still going, so I think that's connection issues.
It's a glitchy lobby today, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think he was one of the 2 back markers, or is it Iron Kid who's... No, it was White Elliott, so he was a back marker in between. He's gone. I think all the back markers are gone now. No, LLCC is still in the middle, but that's it. So Tom was in the middle of it and White Elliott, but they are gone, so only LLCC remains.
Can you invite Elliot back? You asked him in the chat.
Yep, I will invite... Oh, I don't know if I have him as a friend.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't have him as a friend. So how do I do that? Nope. That's a shame. No, and the safety car's going in, so no, I'm not able to. I'm sorry. That's a good. That's maybe for me to just add all the guys before next race. Then I can do that next time. I'm sorry, Mr. White.
Walter White. Mr. White.
Ah, he's back in.
Is he?
Just in time, yeah. In the bottom of my screen. So let's see. Then Manson Bob in the lead with LLCC. Yeah, he's following good. LLCC, nice job. And he's over the line. So now can Strikey move past him. Good job by LLCC there. And we see a yellow already. But why? I think Gavin Poynton is moving out of the way.
Nobody dropping.
Dan needs to be smart here. He has the advantage with the on and not, of course, over Strikey. So that's for a net position.
Yeah.
We did see last week that Strikey is not giving quarter to these guys. He even tried to overtake Lucky in the last lap, and of course that ended by himself going off into the wall. Oh, we see a bit of Boosted is out. Boosted crashed.
Ooh.
And big wing damage there. Of course no safety car this time around because it's only 2 laps remaining, so the game isn't having none of that. Mansard Bob still in the lead for Dan and Strikey. DRS enabled. Of course not this lap. Oh, that's Mansard Bob savior. No DRS this race anymore. I think no, it's Dan savior because he's gonna take the win if he holds off Strikey here. We have seen Strikey make some moves into the hairpin. So here we go. Trikey, and he's too far back. Let's pick up the leader gap, because that's interesting for Charlie and Neil. Again the yellow, again the Alpine off. Ooh, Strikey really close on the back of Dan here. Again, and Haas, yellow, no. Concentrate here. You need to overtake then push for it. Oh, it's gonna be close. Strikey, and then Strikey's going for a gap there, but the gap isn't there. That's outside of the track limits, that overtake. No, he does the right thing there.
That was tight though.
Oh. They were over the line already. I think Lucky finished the race, but he didn't execute his drive-through. So I don't know what the game does about that. There you have it. Chaos in the last laps. What is it?
Oh, carnage.
Yeah, carnage in the last few laps. Then taking the win with the track more penalty of Mansnard Bob. Charlie all the way up to second because of his clean racing. And that means maybe Dan is going into the lead of the championship, because he was 11 points behind. Yep, he was 11 points behind Mansard Bob, and Mansard Bob dropped to, I think it was 4th or 5th. So with this win, Dan, yeah, Mansard Bob in 5th, that's more than 11 points.
Yep.
So Dan is the new championship leader.
Bob is not going to like that.
No, well, maybe we will see a lot of these guys entering the stewards room asking the penalties to be removed. That's gonna be
busy. We're gonna have a busy week.
We even see Lucky not doing his track limit penalty of his drive-through. He got 20 seconds of it, so it's got plus 32 seconds. It still gives him 11th place. A quick going to the order, 20 seconds left. Then Charlie Harris, no penalty, good for him. Strikey 3rd, Neil, no penalty, 4th. Mansard Bob, FCT, no penalty, up to 6th. Wow.
That's good.
7th
really
top
good.
car, Lange 8th, Jerry Morgan 9th, Apeldoorn 10th, Lucky, Brian, White Elliott, LLCC 14th, Tom Ironkit, and then boosted out, Gavin Poynton out, and Ashnego out.
I casted carnage with my safety car.
Yeah, with the crash. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you maybe Wednesday in our. No, then there's no stream, of course. So next weekend again with the GT races on Mount Panorama, and that's going to be night races. So if you're nothing to do this weekend, Sunday evening night races at Mount Panorama, that's going to be awesome as well. Hope to see you there, and good night.